That's right, fantastic. So we're probably just going to echo exactly what Ethan said, all about apprenticeships, because I think he's promoted it really well. Around the benefits of why an apprenticeship is a really, really good route into the creative industry. So just a little bit of background. So me and Caitlin are both account managers here at Baltic. So we manage the apprenticeships behind the scenes. We identify opportunities where businesses could support apprentices. We manage apprenticeships while you guys are on programme. And we also looked how to develop existing staff with apprenticeships. So I'll just go through exactly what we're going to talk about on our presentation. So we are going to speak about Baltic Apprenticeships as a whole, because that's obviously the organisation we come from. We're going to talk about what an apprenticeship is and probably just recap exactly over what Ethan's gone on there. Why the apprenticeship route is a fantastic way into the creative industry, even if it's not something you specifically think is for yourself. And we're all going to speak about how you can become an apprentice, because I think people might chuck around the ideas of what else you can do, but you don't really know how to get into it or go ahead with that either. So I will just go through a little bit about Baltic. So Baltic is the largest independent owned apprenticeship provider. We offer level 3 and level 4 programs within digital marketing, data, IT support and software development. Our lovely host Sam as well actually has a data apprentice within her business, which is why we've got the opportunity obviously to speak with you guys as well. So in terms of Ofsted, I'm sure everyone's heard about it when you are in school and the teachers are all panicking and wanting to do really well. It's the same for apprenticeships. So apprenticeships have to be graded by Ofsted to ensure you're getting the best learning, and we're giving you the best opportunity. And we are an Ofsted outstanding provider. We are also being appointed by the expert training provider from the Department of Education, and we are ranked one of the best places to work as well. So if an apprenticeship isn't the route, you want to kind of look into how you can get in Baltic, we still work within the creative industry here. We have marketing teams, IT teams, and so on. We work with some huge names as well. So I'm sure everyone knows what Asda is, Hotel Chocolate. I'm sure you get your parcels from DPD. And obviously everyone goes to Greg's. So I'm sure if you are thinking like, wow, I'd really love to work in these places, 9 times out of 10, it's really hard to get in from a graduate level. But apprenticeships are a fantastic way to get into these big companies and work your way up. I will pass it over to Caitlin.
So looking at what an apprenticeship actually is, so we've said there, an apprenticeship is an alternative path to traditional college or going to university to do those courses. But the core concept that is always the best that every apprentice loves is that you're earning money whilst you are learning. You understand when you go to university, you have so much debt. Ellie is one of those.
Yeah, we get paid the same, but every month when it comes to how much did you get, mine's £100 or £200 less. So I'm like, oh.
So yeah, so it's so much money that you get yourself into, where an apprenticeship, you don't have to do that. You're actually getting paid on the job and you're learning those life skills, and developing more within yourself and within your business as well. So you're kind of making sure that you're getting your foot through the door earlier than what you would do if you were at university. So looking at apprenticeships, they do range from level 2 to 7, and the years depend on the level that you do in your chosen field. And there are so many in the creative industry that you can go down, which we can go into a little bit later on. But the best thing as well is you never take apprenticeship work home. We see people so many times at university or college, you might know, or even school, you've got homework you've got to do, but you want to go out, you want to do different things. You don't have to do that with an apprenticeship, because you have to do that within the workspace, and you get that allocated 20% of your work hours to be able to do your apprenticeship to the best of your ability to get that grade that you want. Thought I'd put a couple of photos on there so we can show icons that have actually done an apprenticeship and not gone down the university route. You all know David Beckham. If you don't, I'll be a little bit stressed about that. Really, really famous footballer, Alan Sugar, who's on the apprenticeship now. You've got Ford Cars, Alexandra McQueen, and Gordon Ramsay as well. They all did an apprenticeship, and look how successful they are. And you never know, you could be that successful too. So apprenticeships in the creative industry, which is what we want to speak about most today, and what that can get you, hands-on experience in the creative industry is so important, more than the written side, and for you to develop your skills and to build your future further within an apprenticeship. Of course, you do have that bit of coursework that you do, but it's all about getting that hands-on experience and showing at the end of your apprenticeship that you are capable in your field to do that.
As we've obviously said as well, like, earn while you learn. Like, I did go to university, and it was a fantastic time. And I think I always thought that university was the natural next step, and that's maybe what my parents kind of push me towards. But looking at people within apprenticeships that I specifically work with, they are a little bit younger than me, and they've just advanced so much within their careers as well. And we see that here at Baltic. They've been paid the whole time, that they're working on how to get their salary increased, they're working on new skills to develop. So it's a really fantastic way to obviously develop within the creative field as well.
Learning from experts, as you can see, like, what more would you want with trying to develop your career than being day in and day out working with experts within the apprenticeship side of things, of our coaches that would teach you everything you need to know, and also with kind of your mentors within the workplace there that you can learn from. You've built so much skills off other people, and they can pass down their experience to you, and you're just gonna go so far within that role, and all the skills that you learn from there.
Caitlin stole my next slide, but yeah, developing practical skills. So, obviously, like Caitlin said, if you are, say, a software developer, because you're helping Sam create her website, you're going to sit alongside senior software engineers who are making the website look fantastic from the front and the back end. There's nowhere else you're going to really get that experience to work with the top senior levels, who are going to have to take that time to mentor you, support you, while you're also getting support from one of our expert coaches as well. And that's across the industry. But if you do an apprenticeship with Baltic, or you look at other places, you're always going to have a mentor who supports you with your what we'd call college work for an apprenticeship, or you're going to have a mentor who's in the workplace, who's your kind of pastoral care. They'll show you support, they'll help you with your projects, and everybody is working towards that same goal for you to be really, really successful by the end of the program, and hopefully have an opportunity to stay within the workplace once you complete.
Which moves on perfectly to our last point of the career opportunities are absolutely endless from apprenticeships. We have so many success stories, which I think it'll be great for you all to look at, that we have on our website that you can see after this presentation. But we've had apprentices that have come in, let's say IT, for example, and they've come in entry level, they've done their apprenticeship in about 2016, and now I speak to them as our employer, as an IT director who now mentors all of those apprentices, because he started off with an apprenticeship. So it goes to show you how the career opportunities are endless. And at the end of the day, getting those skills are what employers want. Yeah, I think it's fantastic that you can get the course and you can see your distinction rate, etc., that you've got from university, etc. But at the end of the day, they want that hands-on skills. They want someone who can jump into a role and be able to say, yes, I can do this. And apprenticeship is the best way to allow you to do that.
And exactly, the only reason we are all going to college, school, university is to be in successful jobs. And this is one of these things that almost, if you put the work in and you show your dedication, you are guaranteed to land into. And so obviously it's a fantastic route for you to go down in that aspect as well. And what I did want to cover as well, so it's probably pretty clear to you guys, but apprenticeships in the creative industry, you don't have to be the person who loves social media. You don't have to love acting. You don't have to be in any of these realms. They also need people who are fantastic at maths and want to be within accountancy. They also need HR professionals who are really good at the pastoral side. They support people through workplaces. So it's not limited to you just thinking, I need to be really into art or socials. You can be in the creative industry through absolutely any realm in reality, because it's a business at the end of the day.
Fantastic.
So how can you become an apprentice? So for me, once you come off this call, you're probably nearing the end of school, you're nearing the end of college or university. It's probably really important to understand, like, what is it you're passionate about? Are you really into maths, as I said? Well, what can support you in that career? Right, do your research. What apprenticeships link to maths? And once you can identify an apprenticeship that looks like something like, yeah, I'd actually really love to do that, you can then go away and prepare your CV to make you stand out. So for us, with the apprenticeships we offer, on our website, there's guidance for you to do extra courses. So if you are marketing, you really like marketing, we've got 3 courses we recommend you always do before you even start looking for an apprenticeship so that you can advertise on your CV to employers like Sam. Like, I've already done HubSpot training, I've already done social media training, and this is why I'd be really good. I've shown my dedication, and my CV is going to stand out in comparison to someone else who hasn't done that extra work. And then lastly, just apply, apply, apply. It's not guaranteed that you'll get an opportunity, but once you've put your CV across to providers like ourselves, we are constantly sharing your CV and trying to look for opportunities to get you somewhere to start the apprenticeship. So don't be let down if you don't get the first opportunity that comes your way. Just keep going, and I'm sure you'll find out what's right for you guys. Just as a little bit of something to go back to once the whole week's finished, if you are thinking about how to get an apprenticeship, you want some advice, me and Caitlin have both put our emails in there, and we've also put links to like our vacancies to maybe have a look and see what salary looks like, what job roles look like if you went with Baltic. And then we've also put links to the government website, so if you think actually Baltic sounds fantastic, but it's not really my scene, I don't want to do that, there's other providers that you might be able to look through and see what fits more you guys. Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sam. I don't know how to take back over now.
Guys, thank you so much. That was fantastic. I feel like everyone will be a lot clearer on what apprenticeships are and which ones are in the creative industries, but also which ones go adjacent and alongside the creative industries, which is great.
Exactly.
And as you guys kind of alluded to, we actually do have an apprentice in our business, a Baltic apprentice, Josh, who is absolutely amazing, and he is our data apprentice. So that just goes to show we are one of those businesses, that needs someone who is kind of doing a more technical role, even though we are very much embedded in the creative world as a, as an employer.